know we had. Never gonna leave you sad. Swinging hard, we take a shot. Every game we hit the spot. Fuck the Mets, we say it loud. Phillies stay.
What's up, everyone? It is episode 106. I think we're in season 4, but we stopped doing that season stuff because it was making us feel old. So DPF on Tap is brought to you by Jerseys in Glenside. So we had the Super Bowl this weekend. I want to talk a little bit about like what Jerseys is doing. So you can eat in, take out, or have delivery. Now, I'm going to give you a pro tip. You always eat in or pick up. And the reason is you can be there the pizza took a little long and you can have a few beers. You'll always pick up. Always pick up. So they have 50 wings for $54.95 and 2 large plain pizzas for $19.95. So 2 large 16-inch pizzas below $10 is a super deal. Jerseys is in Glenside. They are our sponsor. We're so thankful for them on DPF on Tap. 2609. We have some stuff coming up with jerseys that maybe we'll get to talking about on the show. But now moving on, like what's ahead for the show today. So we're going to be talking about early opening day lineup predictions. What's your biggest concern in the season? I'm going to be talking about a 4-letter word. And it's a 4-letter word that you may not be thinking that I'm thinking of. Worst free agent contracts. What's the play here as far as the Phillies making the right move with Bichette and like what's kind of ahead of us here? We have a dumbass, who to watch in spring training, the bench watch, the hypocrisy of the Detroit Tigers, which is maddening to me. But I want to welcome our special guest. So we have Jay Contino. Jay, thank you so much for joining us. Jay is a DPFer. He is a subscriber. He is a sponsor of the show. And we want to talk a little bit about like what your business is, Jay. So like my first kind of like question is, listeners may not know you yet. Some of the subscribers may know your name because we see you comment a lot. So thank you for that. What's your background and, what got you into collision safety consultants?
Well, my background is I grew up in the collision industry. So I worked in several body shops most of my adult life. And I see how the insurance companies are wanting to take shortcuts to repair vehicles and not repair them safely. I see how insurance companies are lowballing people on their vehicles for their total loss settlements. And I am a consumer advocate. I help people take the fight to the insurance companies. I'm not an attorney. I am an appraiser. And what most people don't know is you don't have to always accept what the insurance company offers you. You have something in your policy. It's called an appraisal clause. And what that does is that gives you the right to challenge the amount of a repair. It gives you the right to challenge the amount of the value of your vehicle. The insurance company is not the final say-so. I absolutely love what I do. I love to be able to interact with the people. I love to be able to interact with my fellow Phillies fans doing this and Eagles fans. And I like to be able to truly be able to help people get paid properly for their claims.
Yep.
Nice. So Jay, when you say independent and unbiased, what exactly does that mean with your company?
Well, independent means that I'm an appraiser. I don't represent the insurance company. I'm not going to be in one favor. I'm going to give you truly my opinion of what I feel your vehicle is worth. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be worth a lot more to make you feel peachy and fuzzy. I'm going to give you my true, honest opinion. And I'm not biased towards the vehicle owner. I'm not biased towards the insurance company. But I'm also, at the same time, I'm going to get you the maximum settlement on your claim.
All right. Well, Jay, real quick, how is an independent vehicle damage appraisal different from what most consumers experience after a collision?
Okay, so say somebody's vehicle is a total loss. The insurance company, most of the time, they run it through this AI computerized value system. And it misses things. It misses vehicle options. It takes calculations wrong, and it'll find the lowest possible value of a vehicle. It'll find vehicles for sale that may have been wrecked before, that are not in great condition. And then what I do is, when I do my values, I do my research. I look online to see what vehicles are actually selling for, comparables to my clients' vehicles. And that's how I come up with my values. You got to be able to do the legwork. But most of all, people have to understand they have something in their policy. It's called an appraisal clause. That so many people are unaware that gives them the right to challenge the insurance company.
So awesome information, Jay. Sorry. If you could give vehicle owners one piece of advice after a collision, or maybe before buying a car, what would that be?
Well, after a collision, come to me for a free consultation. I'm not going to take your job if I can't help you. I guarantee all of my work or your money back.
So Jay, let me walk through this. Someone has a collision. They contact their insurance, whatever they need to do, the police stuff, then contact you, and you can see if you can help them. If you can, you will. If not, no charge. Is that right?
That is 100% correct.
I mean, that's enough for you to be on here. We have this recorded, and that's unbelievable. Jay, we want to kind of like transition into Phillies talk, right? I think that people are going to get those clips. We kind of had a good chat. Are you having the Phillies over 90 wins or under 90 wins? You can't have them right at 90 wins, though, because I don't allow that. It's like it's got to be over or under.
All right. Okay, I might take some hate for this, but I'm calling 2008. I'm calling it 90. I'm calling it 92 and 70.
Okay.
Phillies at 90. I'm going to say 92 and 70. And it's all going to depend on Crawford and Garcia, in my opinion.
So, Jay, I'm going to tell you right now that I did the math quick in my head, and that's 162. So right off the bat, that's very good. I'm like, that's very, very good. Jay is precise.
Right. We're all going to pick wins, but we don't know how many losses that means. We're just like 95 wins and however many 162.
I got my calculator right here. I can help whoever needs it.
That's
we need
it.
to do it that way.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, guys, let's talk about opening day lineups. So obviously Sanchez is going to be your opening day starter with Wheeler still out. And then obviously we got JT, Harper, Stott, Bohm, right? And then Trey. And then this is where it gets a little fuzzy, because if we face a left-handed pitcher game one, so Marsh, the guy who they believe in, isn't even going to play. They're going to have to play Kemp, right? To be true to that platoon. And then you got Crawford probably in center. And then in right field. Right? Yeah, and in right field, we have Garcia, because we went out and signed him, which as of right now, the way the roster stands, that leaves Nick as an odd man out.
Or just Nick move over to left field. If Nick's still here, is Nick part of the platoon and not Kemp?
I think that makes a lot more sense than Kemp, right?
I mean, I don't think Nick's going to be here. I think
I don't either.
They're getting rid of him one way or the other, but he is still here right now, so we do have to kind of entertain the fact that he might still be here. But
I mean, I think I have a problem with Bryson Stott and Kemp the most out of anything that we just said, and it's mostly because of their shitty mustaches. We can't have that. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, one guy, there should be like a league maximum, one shitty mustache.
Do you remember 2 years ago I caught a lot of shit for fucking talking shit on what is it, Davis Schneider?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Toronto fans were like, "This is a really nice lad over there. What's this on the boot?"
Right.
He's a local guy, right? He's local to Philly too.
He's local, so his family could be listening now. And we're not saying he's a terrible person. He just has terrible facial hair. That's all.
I'll tell you another story about like getting attacked online or getting attacked in person. So my cousin, you guys know him, he said something out loud about Calcaterra cannot block. And it so happened that like Calcaterra's teammate or his uncle or his brother was at this bar in where he was in the Northwest and was like, "Do you think you can do any better?" Like, well, now I can't do any better. I mean, my cousin's 6'7", 250. He's like, I can't do any worse though either because he's not blocking.
I'm not on an NFL roster, right?
Yeah.
So, and guys, what about the staff? How does the staff round out? Who's number 5? Because
Walker Buehler.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I just read something saying that, which means that Painter is what? That Painter starts the season in Lehigh?
No, he's number 4.
I mean, you're leading me into my topic, Rob. I mean, that's my biggest concern is the rotation right now. Only because, you know, the Phillies won 96 games last year, and I think it was primarily on the back of that starting rotation. That, you know, the offense is so goddamn inconsistent. The bullpen was inconsistent last year. It was that starting pitching that really carried this team. And now I feel like it's a whole lot of ifs and maybes that we're going into the season with. Like, if Sanchez is the real deal, which I believe he is, and he continues to improve, maybe Luzardo can be better than he was last year. If Wheeler comes back and is Wheeler, maybe Nola can find the consistency that he used to have.
That's the key, Nola. Nola's going to be a big key.
I mean, he's a Jekyll and Hyde, that guy, you know, from game to game and inning to inning. He can look dominant in certain stretches and then be god awful in the same game. He could have, you know, he has those games where he has one inning where he blows up for 4 or 5 runs and shuts, you know, 6 shutout innings.
It's the 4th.
It's called the fourth inning.
Yeah, and then you have Painter is a question mark, and Walker. You know, so I do think, you know, I mean, I'm blowing my whole topic here, my next topic, but I do think they need a swing guy, you know, like a Walker Buehler or a Chris Bassett that can be maybe a long relief guy and a spot starter if they need it. You know, I think they're thin. I think their rotation.
That's Taijuan Walker. He's a starter. He's a spot starter. He's a long reliever. He's a bullpen guy.
I'd say we need someone better.
Extra battle bench. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you, Eagles Philly here. It's going to be the worst season for Philadelphia Phillies. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Not going to get any Dominican-born players. You're not going to get any Japanese players, and you're not going to win the World Series with a bunch of players over 30. I mean, a lot of truth there.
You know what? Like, Mike, I'm going to say this again. You and I had a mandate maybe 2 years ago, and we went and got some sushi. Philadelphia Sushi Omakase has the best in the world.
Unbelievable.
It's the best in the damn world.
Yeah, stop trying to sell the Rocky statue and sell the fucking sushi.
What an experience.
Yeah, it was. There was sake. You go to the special upstairs rooms with the never mind. So let's
Is that's hibachi, right? That's where the hibachi is. Yeah. Hibachi's up there. Yeah. So it's I don't know. I know we're going to talk about it a lot more throughout this show and the upcoming shows. Not a lot of confidence. It does not, you know, instill a lot of confidence looking at the moves that they made. And we'll get more into that in a little bit.
Hey, really quick, Rob, I don't want to interrupt you, but I think Nick Adamus is a Steve Mold bot account or account.
I mean, it doesn't. Like, what about the other years? You know, like, I mean, it's been 3 years now that he's been going, and the genius after being hurt, now he's going to be the ace for Team Italy in the baseball classic.
So maybe going over there and looking at all those naked statues, maybe he'll come back a new man.
maybe
we motivated. I don't know.
Maybe. But
I don't know. I have a problem with like him staring at the naked statues. Then I'm like thinking like, naked statues ain't bad. It's a woman, but then like there's a lot of ones that are dudes there. Like Michelangelo, I figured this out, spent 27% of his life carving dudes' birds and pubes.
Yep.
27% of his life. That's not
doing
good,
some
guys.
research.
We got to get Jay to independently appraise that number.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to stay away from that one.
So I just gave my biggest concern. Kind of Rob led me into it. What concerns do you guys have going into the spring training?
You started to allude to it, Dugan. Like, think about the offensive consistency, right? There are some weeks / months where this team gets on fire, right? And they score 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 runs a game. And then they have stretches where they disappear and they get shut out and they get no hit. And most of the time that's in October. So, honestly, that's my biggest concern. You've covered the pitching. We addressed the bullpen a little bit in the offseason. We're hanging our hat on maybe what's his name, Keller, and a couple others hitting. But like the offensive consistency, if we can get on base, play a little small ball, which is why we all were jazzed about freaking Bichette, right? And score some runs consistently, then I think we have a viable shot. But that's a concern. That's my biggest concern.
Yeah, I just look at it and say it's the same guys.
Yeah, same guy, same problems, right?
Right.
Right.
I think Garcia.
My worry is 2012 is 2026.
Right.
Like the start of the downfall.
Yep.
We're not on the upswing.
Pitching. The starting pitching is too good to like drop off. It's still good. Like their starting pitching is still good. I just don't know if it'll be as good as last year. I mean,
Who? The first two? The Phillies?
No, I mean, I think it's still good. It's still good. It's just not. It just might not be as good as last year. Like, I mean, losing Suarez, I think is going to hurt them. Losing Ranger. I mean, I know he had the issues with the back, and he would get tired, and but the guy, I somebody posted on a comment on the page the one day because I made the joke the day that Ranger signed with Boston and he had the shirt on, and I was like, hey Phillies, there's this lefty up in Boston that can help our rotation. And they're like, he's a no-show in the second half of the season, he's fantastic in the playoffs. And I said, well, isn't that when you really want him to be fantastic? Is the playoffs?
The Dodgers.
Yeah, like if he's fantastic, then why would you get rid of a playoff guy performer that where that's when your team struggles? But I don't think they were going to give him that money that Boston gave him.
No.
But
and we're not going to go back like with this dude that his name's Ranher.
Yeah. After 7 years, yeah.
His feelings are hurt.
Did you catch Taryn Hatcher's explanation of that? Anybody on social media?
Did not. No.
She claims that they all in the press knew that, but he said through an interpreter that he just wanted to keep it simple, Ranger, and he wasn't worried about it, except for the fact that he just signed with Red Sox in the very first day he corrected it. So like, I don't know who's right.
I would have liked Ranger to make an attempt. You know what I mean? Like just make an attempt. We had Roberto Clemente. It's like baseball's been very, very good to me. Like just something. I love the Phillies. He came in there and said like, I love Boston, whatever. Like, I don't know, an attempt. You don't need the fucking interpreter.
Remember that old Phillies commercial with Samuel and Bob Dernier and Samuel?
That's right.
No, I am the fastest. I am the fastest.
In 2022.
I don't know. Getting back for a second, you mentioned Taryn Hatcher. I don't know. I could sort of take Ruben a little bit better than her.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Tough crowd here.
Ranger, like there was that something about him that he was great in the playoffs and something about him that he was great in points of the season. I don't know. I guess we'll see if he's successful where he is. Obviously, you hate to lose him, but it's like, I don't know. We're spending all this money on aging. I think to me, one of the Only 28? Oh, Jesus,
28.
he looks older to me.
It's that
That's
back
what his
injury.
birth certificate says.
Yeah, he's probably 38.
And after his wife came here, he got a
He
little,
aged a
you
little
know,
bit, yeah.
He aged and, got a little bit bigger.
Dealing with the kids.
Yes, of course. And, the wife, I'm guessing, I don't know, but she probably made good paella. Or
Rice and beans,
seems
bro.
so.
Rice and beans.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about a 4-letter words, and it's not the F word.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, no, it's
Cut Chris off. Cut him off. He's going soft on
yeah.
us.
I'm like, what am I drinking over here? Water? No, it's not water. This is delicious, well-crafted business casual. So I think that there's always this time of hope. That's the 4-letter word I wanted to talk about, and this is like in March. There's hope. Now, trust me, April 15th, I'm going to be like, fuck this. I'm done. They're done. Everyone's done.
There's the other 4-letter word.
It's early.
There is that beautiful idea of hope, because going into the 93 season, we didn't think anything was going to happen. I'm sure that the Blue Jays didn't think they would end up where they are. Maybe there is that beauty of the unexpected season, like 2022 was, because most people they might win 92, 94, they might win 88. Again, I don't know the losses because that's, requires
94 and
some
68.
arithmetic. Yeah. But I think that the beauty of spring with baseball is there's hope. We're locked in this terrible winter. It just sucks.
Oh,
It's -15 here. It's -50 where Jay's at.
Yeah, poor bastard.
I think that even when your team's terrible and when we know they're going to be, which might be sooner than later, I still think that March there's hope for something better, more sunshine, more something. But I'm not stupid either. And I know that I'm not hoping for a World Series win. I'm hoping that this isn't the downfall. I pray that we make the playoffs. And I know that there is a 1% chance we make the World Series. But I do think that hope is an important part of baseball, because it's that's why March is important. Everyone's in first place. Everyone's undefeated. But I'm going to be negative very soon. There's a small glimmer of 6 weeks of hope. It's right before I go to Clearwater, and I'm fucking hammering rum runners. If you leave your rum runner at the bar, I will drink the motherfucker. I am goddamn telling you. It happened last year. It'll happen this year.
I'm calling bullshit on your 6 weeks too. I'm going to tell you, first spring training game of the year with some no-name single A reliever blows the lead in the 9th inning. You're going to be ripping them.
That it's funny. That's true. But I will say this: Renee asked me. She's like, "Are you getting seats for the game?" And I was like, "Yeah, bar seats. It opens up at 10, and we're going to get at the bar." I was like, "I'm buy berm seats. I'm sitting at the fucking bar." I was like, "These are the 2 games I go to a year that I really don't care about as much." But I do, because we were at that, what was it, a Reading game? And that guy blew the lead and I fucking snapped out. I lost, I was like, what the fuck? I think I hate losing more than I love winning. And that's not good, but that's the way I am.
Yeah.
So you said a minute ago, well-crafted. I just want to take a quick second and talk about well-crafted. This Hopmonger Hazy IPA, for all you hop heads out there, listen to this: Citra, Simcoe, Mosaic, and Amarillo. If you like hazy IPAs, go and get this thing. It's a 7.1. They have Ambler and Lansdale. Ambler this weekend, roasted pig food truck all weekend. Lansdale tomorrow. You guys got to go tomorrow. There's all day long a beer and cookie pairing. They got happy hour at 4 to 6, and then they got a band called the River Dogs, 8 p.m. to 11. And the happy hour deals are $6 pints, $2 off wine, $3 off cocktails. Go see our friends at Well Crafted. But hey, listen, I was doing a little bit of reading. We all read all about baseball, and I was diving into free agency, and I found 6 or 8 of the worst free agent contracts that we've had in recent memory. And I'm just going to throw out a few of them. So left-handed pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez for the Diamondbacks, he got a 4-year, $80 million deal. So before this, the year before this deal, he had a 3.30 ERA and 26 starts, right? Since then, in 2024, he made 10 whole starts.
Jesus.
And he got – yep. And in 2025, he had a 5.02 ERA and a 1.54 whip. Good thing for the Diamondbacks is they only owe him $21 million this year and $19 million next year. And then in 2028, they have a mutual option for $17 million. So, unfortunately, unlikely for him to rebound. But
Like, I'm a little bit worried about this whole segment, honestly, because
it's gonna zip up at the end.
And
the
there's a
exact
reason
way you
why.
think it is.
Oh, yeah.
because we know the Phillies watch this show, and I'm worried that Dave Dombrowski's like, hey, this Eduardo guy, we might be able to swing him for Nick.
That's a good point.
You
Should
can
I
pick up
stop
that
now?
contract.
That
Well,
real good year he had, Mike, was with Boston, right? Was
Yeah.
it with Boston?
Excuse me.
It was 2019. 2019 was Boston. 2023 was not with Boston, but I can't remember who it was. My apologies.
I remember, he was good early in his career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one, you guys will know this one because he was in the NL East. Anthony Rendon. This dude signed a 7-year, $245 million deal, right? Before the deal, he was third in MVP voting. He was a World Series champion. He's thought to be the final piece that Trout needed to finally get a chip, right? Put him in with Trout, and they take the Angels to the World Series and they're champions. Unfortunately, he's not played very much because he's been hurt most of that time. And now this year he's supposed to make $38 million. This is the last year of his contract. He was kind enough to restructure his contract, but they used the Dodger method of deferred cash. So in 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30, they're going to pay him $7.6 million, and he's likely to never put a uniform on.
Right.
Shitty contract. I'm going to skip that one. We're going to go to Xander Bogaerts. You guys know this deal? Anybody? He's owed $25.5 million from 2026 to 2034. His contract is 11 years, $280 million in 2023. In the last year of his deal, making $25 million, he'll be 40 as a shortstop.
Yes.
His offense is already declining, and inevitably it'll decline further, as we've seen with some of our aging stars. And how long do you think he could hold up his end at a premium position defensively? This deal, literally 2 or 3 different sources that I read about, said that had negatively affected the Padres this offseason. They've literally signed one person outside of their organization.
Jesus.
Terrible contract. 11 years, $280 million. And I'm going to finish it up with something that you guys are very familiar with. Tell me if you can name this player. 7 years, $172 million.
7 years, 172.
He's owed $24.6 million from this year through 2030. When the moon hits the sky,
Shit.
by that Sonola.
You immediately knew it was bad because you're like, who's that? And then it's like a starting
Right.
pitcher. Then you're like, it's Aaron Nola. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So many people, and like literally I got to like the 4th tier of my rabbit hole, and they think that the Braves literally drove this number up in the hopes that the Phillies would either match or beat it, because they were interested at a number, but they thought that the Phillies would beat it, and they did. And so his 2025 ERA, you guys know, is a 6.01. He has a 1.35 whip in 17 starts, limited due to injury, right? That was the rub. Hey, this guy since 2016, he's never been hurt. He takes the ball 32, 35 times a year. Well, not last year.
Right.
And now the hope is, Chris's 4-letter word, that he bounces back. But older pitchers tend to get less healthy rather than
That is
more
correct.
healthy.
I think
So-
this year will either make or break Nola.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's if he's not
I
broken
mean-
already, right?
yeah.
I mean, who cares if you're him? He's owed $24.6 million from this year through 2030. So
I mean, what was it last year? It was an ankle injury that initially put him on,
And a
then
rib.
then he had a broken rib, and then his shoulder was bad. Like
Yep.
it was like, you know, I don't know if they were making shit up just to
Like a
keep-
They're
comedy of
full of
errors.
shit. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
he removed a rib like Marilyn Manson. I think we're covered.
So like, I just thought that was interesting, guys. There's some shitty contracts out there, but Nola's is the one that fucking.
I'm going to go to some
angers me.
comments here before we move on. So Matthew, same name as our friend Jordan, says he's underrated. I think, Matthew, we're going to have you drug tested immediately.
If not sooner.
Kelly hopes Bryce is in his mopey this year. Well,
That's
as long as
bullshit.
he's, got TikToks going and
I
making
just saw
fucking
something
banana bread.
on Twitter before we jumped on. They had the unveiling of the World Baseball Classic rosters, and it said Bryce is not listed on Team USA. I know they had
Good.
said he committed to play, so I don't know if he backed
got
out or they said you're not.
Who's
elite,
the manager? They're probably like, you're not one of the 10 best American United States guys.
So you're
Like,
not elite, dude. Yeah,
You know,
but so that remains to be seen if Bryce will be playing. So
Donna chimed in that they better get their head out of their butts. So Donna, I don't appreciate this type of language. We should say asses,
Ass.
assholes, bungholes, any of this.
Something.
Matt appreciates our opinion on the City Connects. I don't like them. Rob loves
I don't
them.
either.
I just like it because it says DPF and I can wear it to school.
I like the hat. I do like the
Oh.
hat.
Yeah.
I like the hat.
Okay.
I'm going to change my answer. I like it because I played beer league softball, and that's what it looks like. So, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so
All right, guys. I just when I'm thinking about, I was like looking into doing research for the show and all, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck the Phillies are doing this offseason. Like, what's the play here? We got the Super Bowl coming up. Everybody's talking about getting betting and all that, and we'll talk about that later in the show. But like, what's the Phillies play here? Like, are they doing something that we're not aware of? Like, are they making the right move by not making any bold moves with the lockout looming? Because there's a chance that like 2027 doesn't happen and shit just gets reshuffled, right? Like, we don't know what's going to come out of that lockout. So the biggest splash they made outside of re-signing Schwarber and JT, which are not splashes, they're like little plops, was Adolis Garcia. I think Bo Bichette kind of, I don't know. It's like he fucking woke up and realized that he can get a big deal from the Mets for less time. So he kind of like reverse fucking Braves us with Nola. They missed out on all the Japanese players. They're sitting, they're waiting for Bohm and Stott to realize this potential that they flashed a little bit of, 4 or 5 years ago now. Like they're getting to be long in the tooth. And then like they're looking at Kemp, they're looking at Marsh to fucking produce. They let Ranger walk. They added nothing to the rotation. The fucking bullpen moves. Like, did they just cut salary? So I don't know if they're playing some sort of long game and they're going to bring up these fucking prospects, Aiden Miller, Rincone. I don't know if Rincones will debut this year, Painter. So I'm just trying to figure out what they're going to do because they got hit with a $56 million tax bill this year. And they're going to get
got
hit.
ass stick.
They're going to get hit again. I know
Sig
that.
knows it to the penny.
But I don't understand why they're fucking like what they're doing with this roster.
did you guys watch Lost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So
No.
like Lost was like, at some point it was very good. And then it like got nebulous. You're like, what's going on? Like, do they have a plan? Or are they just like each week they're like, here's an episode. We're going to have a smoke monster. We're going to have, some cryptic thing.
A polar
I-
bear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like a polar bear in the Hawaiian Islands or
Yeah.
Fiji or wherever they were. I think that's what the Phillies are doing. It's like they don't know where they're going. They're like, we're not young, we're not old yet,
Ish.
and But ultimately, when you think about teams that have played well, not only the Phillies, I think you need 4 homegrown guys that are studs.
Yeah.
That are studs. Who are the 4 guys that are homegrown on the Phillies that we can consider studs right now? Like
Right now,
at a
none of
point,
them.
Nola was
Right,
no
exactly.
one, right? No one. So that's
No.
where, to me, it's tough. You know, you can't win in this league unless someone's. I mean, I think the Yankees and Dodgers have spent money through the years on free agency and not done that, but there's been points where like they're still growing people and just getting people from the Pirates or from the Marlins. And
Yeah.
It's like the Pirates is the Yankees and the Dodgers. That's their garden.
yeah, yep,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's, you know,
The White
so-
Sox.
It's their 4A team, right? It's
Yeah.
they're,
Right,
they're a little bit
exactly.
they're a little bit bigger than AAA. They're 4A, you know, that they go grab.
D-League.
Yeah, but I think they punted. I think they punted on this season. I think they know that
Yep.
they're good enough to make the playoffs. They're good enough to put ass in the seats this year. I believe there's better than a 75% chance there's no baseball next year. I think there's lockouts happening. The Phillies know it. I think they just said, let's just get through this year. The problem is you're wasting years of Bryce Harper's career. You're wasting years of Trey Turner's career.
Yep.
This may be the last year we see Zach Wheeler. His
Yep.
contract ends,
Yep.
and he said he's done after that. So it's disappointing that, you know, this window that they had, and they're deciding to take a year off, kind of like they're good. They're going to be good enough. I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be a playoff team, but they didn't make the moves to really compete with the Dodgers of the world, and be a World Series contender. You know, you can say they spent the money, but they spent money on guys they already had that haven't won here. You know, I love Schwarber. I love what Schwarber's done here, but I think that money could have been utilized a lot better. We've had a shit outfield for 4 years.
Yep.
Would
4
anyone have been happier with Alonso here and Schwarber gone? I just want to hear from
100%.
every one of you guys. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so
Just
Dugan's
something
in.
different.
At least
I'm
he's a
in.
right-handed bat.
No,
Yeah.
I'm in.
we got the center. Jay, what's going on? What's the why? It's because he's a Met.
I just didn't see it with Alonso. I guess part of it does have to do with him being a Met. I just don't think that he would have gelled with the team. I really don't.
Okay, that's.
Do you remember Lenny Dykstra?
Of course I do.
I just
Same
think
shit.
right-handed bat, you could have really had a platoon at DH with him and Harper. You know, you kept Harper a little healthier, not playing 150 something games defensively. You know, you could have played a right-left matchup game with your DH and actually have a guy that can play the field. Like Schwarber is a DH, you know, and that's all he can do now. You know, I mean, if they would have made other moves and Schwarber would have had to go out to the left field and those other moves would have improved this team, I don't know if I would have argued about it. I mean, the last time the Phillies were in the World Series, Kyle Schwarber played 139 games in left field. You know, he was our left fielder, you know.
That's all
That makes
3
me a
years
bad
ago.
back out there.
What's that?
That may not be a bad idea to put him back out, but I don't see him doing it.
Right, yeah, you don't have, but you didn't make the moves that you needed to force that to happen. You know, like you don't have his role and what they paid him to do is to be the DH. You know, and they didn't sign other guys where it would force him to go out to the outfield.
Suarez just signed. Eugenio Suarez, he just signed, and he
With the
didn't get a
Reds.
huge deal. What did he get?
15
15?
million,
For
15.5.
1 year?
Yeah.
They could have fucking done that. You know what I mean? And then you trade Bohm. Like they could.
I think they definitely misread the market totally. I mean, Bader didn't get. I don't think Bader got the money they thought he was going to get.
Nope.
Suarez definitely didn't get the money that they thought.
There were
he
moves to
was
be
gonna
made.
get. Yeah,
And they just fucking didn't do anything.
it's
And
a punt.
like, you know,
It's a punt to me. Yeah,
and I think that's a good way to put it, is that they kind of punted on this season. And then where does that leave us? Where does that leave the fan?
Pissed off in May, pissed off in February.
Yeah. I mean, our
This
boy
off in
Boise,
October for sure.
Boise texts me every time somebody signs. This guy signed here. This guy said, I said, Bri, I'm like,
Stop.
the Phils are content. Like, why are you getting all worked up about it? They don't give a fuck. They're not making the
Outfield
move.
set.
You know?
Outfield set, man.
We're-
Got to stop selling out the stadium every night and to force them to make some moves.
I think
Gotta
someone needs to check on Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, are you okay, brother?
I don't hate Bohm, but I hate the fact that the Phillies are forcing him to be a 4-hitter because they didn't make the right moves. If you put Bohm down 6 or 7, I think he'd be fabulous.
And I
great
just
6
want to
or
know,
7 hitter.
are the Phillies aware of how slow Bohm is?
He's like, I might be faster than him. And I had
Seriously.
surgery not too long ago.
Well, before I get into my next topic, I wanted to talk about one of our sponsors, Conshohocken
We all
Brewing.
good?
I wanted to, thank Glenn McNow and Andrew over at Conchi. They've been great friends to us. I'm drinking a Ring the Bell because I have hope, Chris. I have hope for the Philly season.
There we go.
I drank all
That's
the Mike
contagious.
and Merrill, drowning my sorrows over the Eagles loss. The Flyers have made me drink so much over the past 6 weeks. I'm out of Jonesy beer. But check them out. They got 4 locations. Conchi's great. They've been great to us. And get your Ring the Bell
Dude,
for the season.
go to Puddler's Kitchen, man. That place
Yeah,
is
Puddler's
fantastic.
Kitchen's very cool. And the Puddler's Row beer is really
It's
good
good.
too. Really
Yeah,
good
and
stuff.
what you can do is like say you're going to meet up with your friends at 3, but you show up at 1 and drink before then. And we call that a Mike Christie.
That's a Mike Christie. Yeah.
We got there. I was like, Jesus Christ, is this dude going to be all right to drive home? He's like, nah, I'm
The good thing
done.
is he doesn't remember those 2 hours. He thought we all met up at 3
Regular
o'clock.
time.
That's it.
Mike was
So-
just like, shut the fuck up, Chris. I wasn't
Somehow
there
he
2
knew-
hours early.
He knew all the waitresses' names somehow. He was like,
One of them is Princess. I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a bartender or someone in the behind Puddler's
Oh,
that
maybe.
you ran into, Mike.
Maybe.
But I want to talk about some of the guys that I'm going to be watching come spring training, and some of the names are going to be the obvious ones that I think we're all going to keep an eye on. Some of them are really high prospects that have been invited to camp that have a chance to possibly impact this roster. First guy, obviously, is going to be Justin Crawford. I think he's a key. The Phillies are looking they're looking to hand him the center field job. Like they're saying it's his job to lose at this point. I don't think he's going to have much pressure on him. I think he'll be a 9-hole hitter. But he had great numbers. I mean, if you look at his numbers last year at AAA, he spent the whole season there, 344, not a big power guy. He's kind of a slap singles hitter, but 7 home runs, 23 doubles, 47 RBIs. But the big thing is 46 stolen bases. If he could be that kind of on-base machine that he was at AAA, it's a nice have him and Turner 9-1. You know,
It's
two
like
guys
another
that-
one hitter.
It's like another one. Yeah, you turn that lineup over, and whoever's hitting 2, whether it's Harper or Schwarber or whoever they have in that 2 hole, is going to come up hopefully with men on base pretty often. Second guy, Aiden Miller. I mean, it sounds like the sky's the limit for this kid. He played mostly shortstop last year, but the rumors are they're talking about him being a third baseman or a second baseman or wherever they need him. He had a decent year last year. I think he spent time at both AA, AAA, most of it at AA. 264, 14 homers, 27 doubles, 42 RBIs, 15 stolen bases. Another guy who's kind of a lower rung single A, high single A, Clearwater type guy, Arun Escobar, an infielder. He's a guy that, maybe not this year, but a couple years down the line could be somebody that they're looking to replace Stott with. He hit 270, 15 home runs, 13 doubles, 62 RBIs, and another guy who runs pretty well with 24 stolen bases. Outfielder Dante Nori, another guy, 261, 18 doubles, 47 RBIs, 52 stolen bases last year. So another guy that can run, which is something that the Phillies struggle with. And then you have the bullpen guys, I think that that the Phillies picked up that are going to be interesting. And they're going to be keys to whether or not this bullpen are better. I think you already have, 6 guys that are probably set in this bullpen with Duran, Keller, Kirkring, Alvarado, Banks, and even I think this Jonathan Bolin might be a guy that's already got a spot secured. So you got a couple guys, Zach Pop, Zach McCambry, another handful of guys. Max Lazar is a guy that's been up and down. Chase Shugart, Kyle Backus. So I think that you got a bunch of guys that are going to be fighting for a spot or two in the back end, in that bullpen, not in the back end. I think the back end's pretty set. So I am excited about those types of guys. Obviously, Painter. I want to see Painter throw. I don't want to read too much into spring training, but those are the guys I'm excited about.
So can I add one?
Sure.
I want to see Garcia and how he starts to develop under, this new leadership, aka Kevin Long and all that. If he gets back to form from a few years ago, that could be a huge bump for the Phils. So that's the only one that is on my list that you didn't talk about, and that's what I'm excited about. Looking at him and seeing how he develops.
Yeah, no, if everything works out and he does come back to that guy, there's your 4-hitter, right-handed 4-hitter to protect both Harper and Schwarber.
He has to be the 4-hitter immediately, though, right, Chris?
I don't think they're going. I don't know if they're going. I'd force his hand. Be better. Just be the guy.
Yeah, just don't be terrible at baseball.
That's all.
It's a simple rule.
Yeah.
And, what to look for in spring training. I love these, and I would like, you want a feel good story at some point, right? And I think Crawford's paid his dues, and when you look at Crawford and Miller, these guys had 100 stolen bases together last year. Yeah. Oh my God, that would be incredible to have that. Yeah. We haven't had stolen bases and speed with these larger bases. It's supposedly easier.
Supposedly.
I want to plug something else that what to look for in spring training. Ray Pearson, Chris, our friend, is from Split Decision, is playing at the Brown Boxer on 3/19.
Cool.
3/18. I think it's 9-1. And I says, Ray, 9:00 at night. I says, how do you fucking play the guitar fucking with 20 rum runners? He's like, how do you get to the bar with 20 rum runners when I'm playing the guitar with 20 rum runners? And just as an aside, we're going to do something on 3/14. So I'm kind of negotiating with some of these places down in the Clearwater, Dunedin, Palm Harbor area. And guys, I just want your opinion on something. So I say, hey, I have 75 to 100 people interested. Can your place hold them? And will you offer any specials? And they're like, yeah, we can hold them. We'll give 25 cents off a beer, 50 cents off a beer. And I'm like, the fuck are we doing here? I says, I'm bringing all these people. There's got to be a way better deal than that. And I'm thinking all they'd have to say is Chris, you can drink for free. And then Renee's they want to fucking make money, dude. They can't have you drink for free. That's giving away fucking 80 beers in a day. You're going to be filling up fucking Tupperware. So that's still happening. We're just kind of figuring out where it's going to be on 3/14. There's possibly one place, and I want to stay close because I don't drive down there. I don't want to have to contact Jay about a
exactly.
about a rack. I Uber and Lyft.
About an independent arbitration.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So I just kind of wanted to leave that out there, and then I wanted to move into, my next kind of segment, which is the hypocrisy of the Detroit Tigers. These pieces of shit. They have, all right, so I want to ask you guys a question. Is Framber Valdez a top 5 pitcher in the league?
No.
Okay. Is Tariq Skubal a top 5 pitcher?
Yes.
Is he a top
2?
He's a top 2.
Right.
Okay. So the story is Skubal, and Jay, I'm going to have you weigh in here because this is an important segment that I'm going to get your opinion on. So way arbitration works in baseball, not in Jay's world is the team comes up with not one number and the player comes up with one number. It's either the team wins or the player wins. There's no in between.
Right.
So, Jay, is that how it works with you when you're kind of like dealing with the insurance companies? It's like they say this number, you say this number, and it's either one or the other.
We're able to talk. We talk about it. So I never deal directly with the insurance company.
Mhm.
The insurance company has to hire, and when they invoke this clause, the appraisal clause, they have to hire an independent appraiser like me. And then me and that appraiser, I would say the majority of the time, we talk about a number that we could agree upon.
Meet in the middle. That makes sense to me with baseball.
Exactly. Now, if we can't meet in the middle, then we have to agree upon an umpire at that point in time. And then what happens is each party, meaning the insurance company and the vehicle owner, the policyholder, each split that cost of the umpire, and then the umpire renders the decision.
Hopefully it's not Angel Hernandez or Joe West as the umpire.
Can you tap on your head if you don't agree with the decision?
Get him out of here.
Can we get a review here?
And then, thanks for that, Jay. Then Framber Valdez, Skubal won. He won his deal, which was like he got his money. And then they go out and give Framber Valdez more money than Skubal. And they're going to trade Skubal to the Dodgers.
His signing bonus was more than what they offered Skubal in
It's
arbitration.
unbelievable.
It's so ridiculous. And if you remember, Valdez is the guy that is always grabbing his hair and was doing that against us in the World Series. So he's a cheating fuck.
Change his glove, change his cleats.
He's a cheating fuck.
Yeah.
100%. Hey, guys.
They get into the Hall of Fame now because Beltran just did, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So one of the cool parts, Jay, you're a fan, is we have some reoccurring segments, and one of the ones that we get asked about a lot is this Dumbass of the Week. So I'm going to do an Dumbass of the Week. I haven't done one for a little while. Had this one racked up. So you're not going to believe where it's from, guys.
Florida.
You got it. So sheriff calls out a dumb criminal of the week after getting busted in Florida. We're going to call this dumbass Crush. You'll find out why in a minute. Florida man was arrested Sunday for being caught with a number of illegal substances, we'll say. The sheriff, his name is Staley, said, here's our dumb criminal of the week. Because of an observant deputy who recognized that this gentleman was violating a no contact order, Crush now finds himself what they call a resident of the Green Roof Inn, which is the jail in, whatever county this is in Florida. Beverly Beach, Florida.
What happened? See how I didn't answer that, guys? I know, but I was like, I'm not answering this one.
What happened was on Sunday morning, while patrolling Ocean Shore Boulevard, a deputy spotted a white van parked in front of a home. The deputy recognized that its occupant was in a previous civil standoff in August, and he was on a temporary no contact order with this situation. So the order prohibited who we're calling Crush from being within 500 feet of this victim's home. So the deputy moved in, took Crush into custody, and while he was investigating, he happened to notice in the van there was a marijuana bowl. When asked, Crush said he didn't know anything about a marijuana bowl, which is weird because every time I do one of these, nobody has a freaking clue that there's marijuana.
Wasn't me.
Whatever.
Not mine.
It's not mine.
So he said, it wasn't me. Crush goes, I don't know anything about it. You can search my whole vehicle. So the deputy searched the vehicle, and not only did he search the vehicle, he searched Crush because he was then under detainment. On Crush, in his pocket, he found a THC vape pen, which is not legal in Florida. Further search revealed a range of illegal substances, including methamphetamine, fentanyl, marijuana, and alprazolam pills. The deputy also found 2 metal pipes and another marijuana bowl that matched the one that he had seen in the front of the van. After opening the back of Crush's vehicle, he found several turtle eggs that are unhatched and illegal to be in possession of.
Yeah.
So after search and seizure, let me review. Crush now faces charges of possession of fentanyl, methamphetamine, alprazolam, marijuana, drug paraphernalia, violating the no contact order, and being having a misdemeanor and a felony charges related to possession and disturbance of marine turtle eggs. So Crush is our dumbass of the week for taking turtle eggs, violating the no contact order, allowing the search that found all the drugs and paraphernalia. He's awaiting trial and is in jail because he could not post his $500,000 bond.
Oh my God.
And that's why Crush is the dumbass of the week.
So
That's a very Florida thing, man. Holy fuck.
So Butcher, I'm going to tell you, you're going to watch this again, watch the show tomorrow, and like right around the dumbass, your cat's coming up behind you, but I didn't know that. I see this like this tail, and I was like, there's a fucking cobra behind the Butcher. And I'm
I have
like,
to watch your
Jesus
reaction.
Christ. I was like, how many do I have of these? And I was like, there's a fucking cobra behind the Butcher.
And I'm just sitting here like it's nothing.
Yeah,
It's just gonna
and I didn't say
snatch
nothing either.
We petted
Nah, you
it.
didn't.
He
Fucking
was
prick.
petting it. He pet it twice when it came in. He was
Right?
like, settle
Yeah,
down,
and I was
Cobra,
like-
settle down.
I thought Rob was going to bring out a fucking turban and be like,
I will say I lived in Florida before, and real quick, Mike, you completely reminded me of this, and I'm going to do a shameless plug for my buddy Pete. Pete was a kid I knew back when I lived in Florida. He was a busboy. The kid was a hustler, and he started a thing called the Florida Man Games. They're going to be taking place down in Bradenton, Florida, the 19th, 20th, and 21st. So if people are down in fucking for spring training and they just want to go see some real Florida Man shit, by all means, look up the Florida Man Games. It's a real thing.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it. So I want to roll into the Phillies bench. There's a lot of bad things about this Phillies team, and the bench always seems to be one of the worst. It always seems to be bad, and I don't think this year is going to be any different. So typically the Phillies will carry a 4-man bench.
Mhm.
One's obviously going to be your backup catcher. So I guess there's kind of a battle in place for the backup catcher job because both guys, Marchand and Stubbs, are out of options. I would assume Marchand has the leg up since they kept him around last year. He's younger. I think Marchand probably gets that job, and it doesn't matter. You're not going to play anyway. JT catches 150 games. So the backup catch doesn't matter. You just need to have them in case JT catches one off the balls again.
Yeah,
And
half of Stubbs deal is a minor league deal. So
Yeah, I think it's Marchand. Whoever doesn't make it will have to pass through waivers, and we'll see what happens there. So I think the second guy is probably pretty obvious. I think it's going to be Edmundo Sosa. Is the super utility guy, can play second, short, third. He even played some left field and center field last year, so I think he's got a spot. The third spot right now, it seems like it's dedicated to the second coming of Mike Schmidt. We know him as Otto Kemp. The Phillies have been hyped him up since like the day the season ended last year. It's been the Otto Kemp hype tour, which I don't understand and I don't get. But I guess there's a chance he could be upseated for that role as a platoon guy, and there's a couple guys in camp that may be able to take that job from him, and a couple guys that may be able to win it. One guy is they signed him. He played with the Marlins for a few years. He's been pretty bad for the last 3.
Yeah.
Brian De La Cruz. But career numbers, not bad. 251, 58 homers, 85 doubles, 200 and something RBIs. He's coming off a real bad year last year. We hit like 190 or some shit like that. I think he was with Atlanta for like 16 games last year and then spent most of the year in the minors. But he's a non-roster
invitee.
Yeah, invitee with an opportunity. One of those, I think he's 5 years in the league, so semi-veteran guy that has a shot to maybe prove something. And right-handed bat, so I think that's in his favor. He'll get a couple extra looks because he's right-handed. They also signed, this one makes no sense to me, this Dylan Moore, 206 career average.
Former Mariner, did have he had a few years there,
it's like I think he won a Gold Glove too. I think he was a Gold Glove winner.
And a lot of steals.
Yeah, he's a big stolen base guy. I got him at 118 stolen bases in like 7 seasons.
Yep.
And he's the super utility guy. Plays every position on the field other than pitcher and catcher. He can play everywhere.
This is like a lightning in a bottle kind of thing. Like, hey,
give him a shot.
Can he? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
He's a good glove, bad bat. And then you got the typical guys. You got Rojas is still in the mix. He's still in the mix. Johan Rojas. He's still around. So
he's gonna.
Either way, Otto Kemp's probably got the job, but you're going to need that fourth guy. And who's it going to be? It might end up being one of these guys, or maybe like a Rincones, steps up and is somebody that they say, well, we need to have this guy. We need to have that bat. I don't know. I don't know who it's going to be. I like De La Cruz a little bit. Only probably because when he was with the Marlins, he used to kill the Phillies. So I remember having a lot of big hits against the Phillies. Just Dylan Moore signing, I don't like it. Because I think there were guys out here, like, I think San Diego just signed Andujar, who we talked about on the last podcast. For nothing.
Yeah.
$6 million or something like that. And his numbers against lefties are outrageous. And, we talked about guys, on previous podcasts that got signed for no money. I think the only right-handed bat that's out here, and it's probably like 3 years too late, is Randall Grichuk right now. 3 years ago, I'd have been all over a Randall Grichuk as a platoon guy, but now he's long in the
I think you just like to say his name. You keep.
I do. For 3 years, I brought him up.
I think that there's perspective here and there's hope. I'm hopeful that you didn't say Sean Rodriguez.
Oh, God.
I'm hopeful that you didn't say Josh Harrison or Rodolfo Castro.
Jesus Christ.
Whit Merrifield.
That's all we went into.
Names.
Yeah.
How about Austin Hayes?
I would have signed Austin Hayes. I would have brought Austin Hayes back. I would have. He had a good year last year with the Reds.
He's got a kidney issue, man.
Fuck that dude and his one kidney. Get it removed first.
Austin Hayes or Otto Kemp.
Yeah.
Otto Kemp,
pick your.
He's got a banner. They got a banner for him.
I was watching the Phillies TikTok, and Phillies TikTok, like, this is what they're doing. They're pumping this dude Otto Kemp so much. They're like, he's not as bad as Rick Shue. Well, that's their fucking motto. They're giving out shirts.
He's not
as bad as Rick Shue.
Chris, if you don't have that on the fucking
it's
website
already queued up. www.drunkphilsfans.com. He's not Rick Shue.
Goddamn right.
Dude, they started this Otto Kemp tour as soon as Kirkering threw the ball home. They were like, Otto Kemp. I don't understand it. Like, he wasn't a high draft pick. He wasn't like this guy they've got multi-million dollars tied up in but they fucking love this kid, and I don't get it. He looks like the guy that sold me pretzels standing on fucking Bustling Avenue.
I miss him.
The pretzels were great.
I miss him.
I didn't even care if he was pissing on his fingers.
I don't think the Phillies even realized he was in their system until last year.
Until Bryce got hurt.
They were like, we got this guy. Bring up this guy. He's got a cool name. It's only 8 letters. Both names, total 8 letters. Bring him up. Otto Kemp.
Easy for the uniform guy to just sew on those 4 letters. Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
There's going to be a lot of like Ottoman Empire, all of those things. I'm sure we made up a bunch of them, and like that one site that we don't say their name, Chris. They're like, "Oh my god, they stole that from us, motherfucker! We've been doing this way longer than you. Trust me.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't make me pull receipts." Guys, I want to we're going to talk about something. I just want to do something real quick with you, and I want to call it "What If." What if Justin Crawford hits 250 and has 40 stolen bases? Happy?
Yes.
Not happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. What if Aaron Nola pitches 175 innings?
Good innings or
You-
just
you-
Well,
you-
right.
It's
If he gets
175.
175, it can't be that bad, right?
That's I mean, that's I guess the intimation. Like he
That's the
gets back
idea,
to
right?
that.
a Mets a Mets.
Okay.
I'll take it.
What if Alec Boehm hits 280 and 20 homers?
I'll take it.
ecstatic.
sign me up.
Okay.
Chris.
What? Yes.
Keep finish. I don't mean to interrupt. You finish first. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm living. This is a dream.
Well, this is kind of like the what if is like it's that
Hope.
dream state of
Hope,
hope.
Yes.
I'm
Why, wait.
portraying hope. What if Andrew Painter pitches the full season and stays in the rotation?
Ecstatic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And my final what if, because I want to keep this short because we have another betting segment, is what if all these things happen in the same season?
Deep run.
Then
Hope.
you're-
October run.
You're
Keep
looking
going.
at 100 wins.
So I just want to bring everyone hope for one time. I'm the glimmer of hope for right now today.
Jesus
We are in fucking
Surprise!
What the fuck
This is
happened
the
to us?
last. This
The
is the
Seahawks
last
must be in
podcast.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is the last-
Did somebody
Surprise,
email you about a
motherfuckers.
fucking comet on its way? There's a fucking comet on its way.
Somebody's team's in the Super Bowl. He's happy. So you want me to do this, Mike? You want me to handle this one?
Yeah, do it.
All right. So to end the show tonight, we wanted to do some fucking prop bets for the Super Bowl. So I got about 20 here. I'll take everybody's picks. I'll mark them down, and then I guess are we weekly yet, or are we back to 2 weeks? Whenever we come back on again, we'll go
You can
through
send
and
it to
see.
me and I'll go through it if you want. I'll disseminate it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I trust you more than I trust myself, Mike. So, so let's go through them. So there's 20 of them here. Let's go kind of Chris, Rob, Mike, because that's how you are on my screen. And
Let's get Jay into it. Let's
All
put
right,
Jay.
I'll throw
like,
Jay. Jay, I'm going to add you to the list.
he's going to
Jay,
see
if
if
you,
he's
Jay,
he's
if you
better than
suck, I'm
us.
going to call you out, Jay. I'm just saying.
All right. So the first bet is the national anthem. Will it be over or under 119.5 seconds? Chris.
Over.
Over. Mike.
Over.
Over. Sorry, I'm going to the list. Wait, I have it now. Butch.
Sorry.
You're up. We're up.
Over.
Over. Jay.
Over.
Over. Coin toss. Heads or tails? Chris.
Heads.
Mike.
Tails. Never
Rob.
fails.
Rob.
Tails.
Tails. Jay.
Tails.
Tails. Who's going to win the game? Chris, I already put Seahawks down for you.
We're good. Yeah, let's not believe at that point.
Hawks.
Hawks. Rob.
Ditto.
Jay.
I'll be different. I'll say the Patriots.
All
I
right.
hate you, Jay.
Honestly, care less.
Nobody wants to see another Patriot dynasty. Fuck the
I
Patriots.
lived in
But I just
Massachusetts
gotta
for
put 'em.
8 years. It's fucking horrible when they win, dude.
All right. So total points over under 45.5. Chris.
Just for the Seahawks, over.
Over. All right. Mike.
Over.
Over. Rob.
Way under.
Under. Jay.
Way under.
Under. First play of the game. Pass or run? Chris.
Run.
Mike.
Pass.
Rob.
Run.
Jay.
Run.
Run play. Who's going to score first? Chris. Play team wise.
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Mike.
Seahawks.
Butcher.
Seahawks.
Jay.
Seahawks.
Oh, I thought you'd be different again. Drake May passing yards over under 221.5.
Under.
Chris, under. Mike.
Under.
Butch.
I got over because they're going to be chasing points.
Jay.
Under.
Under. Darno over under 228.5. Chris.
Under.
Under. Mike.
Over.
Rob.
Over as well.
Over. Jay.
Under.
Under. Stephon Diggs receiving yards 43.5 over under. Chris.
Over.
Mike.
Over.
Rob.
Under.
Jay.
Over.
Over. Ramondre Stevenson over under 50.5 rushing yards. Chris.
Over.
Over. Mike.
Over.
Rob.
50.5 feels like a lot. I'll go under.
Under. Jay.
Over.
Over. Walker. Seahawks Walker over under 75.5 rushing yards.
Over.
Kenneth Walker. Over for Chris. Mike.
Over.
Over. Rob.
What's the number?
75.5.
Oh, 75.5. Sorry.
Over.
Over. Jay.
Under.
Under. JSN receiving yards 94.5. Chris.
Under.
Under. Mike.
I debated this for a long time today. I'm going to go over.
Rob.
Over.
Over. Jay.
Under.
Under. All right, we're getting there. Trust me, fellas, we're getting there. Cooper Kupp, 31.5 receiving yards. Chris.
Over.
Mike.
Over.
Rob.
Under.
Jay.
Over.
Over. Which team's going to score the longest touchdown of the game? Chris.
Seahawks.
Mike.
Hawks.
Rob.
I'm going to say the Hawks, and I'll go out on a limb and even say it's going to be fucking Rashid Shaheed with like a 99-yard kickoff return.
Nice.
That opened the game again like the Niners game. That'd be
I
fun.
would lose my motherfucking mind.
Correct.
Jay, who you got?
Start the second half too.
That's Hawks.
The Hawks, okay. Who kicks the longest field goal? Which team? Chris.
Patriots.
Mike.
I'll go Seahawks.
Rob.
I'll go Pats because Jason Myers is about as old
Yeah,
as
he's
us.
not. Yeah,
He's like our
that's
age.
why I went against him.
And Jay.
The Pats.
Pats. Who scores the last touchdown of the game? Which team? Chris.
Patriots.
Mike.
Seahawks.
Rob.
That's a tricky one. I'll go Seahawks.
And Jay.
Patriots.
Patriots.
149-7.
Total sacks in the game. Over under 4.5. Chris.
Under.
Mike.
I'm going to go way under.
Under. Butch.
4.5. I'm going way over.
Over.
I think Drake May is going to get hit that many times.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going over. I think it's going to end up being a low-scoring game.
Total turnovers 2.5. Over under.
Over.
Over. Mike.
2.5. You said 2.5?
2.5.
Under.
Rob.
Over.
Jay.
Over.
What happens if they just get 2.5 though?
Mike will have to figure that out. He said he's going to keep the score. All right, so Gatorade bath at the end of the game. Two choices. It's either clear water or orange or any other color.
So it's two choices: Clearwater, orange, or any other color. Any other color, because I think they're going blue or green if it's Seattle.
Any. Mike.
First one you said. I don't remember what the
Okay,
fuck you
so
said. but-
clear water or orange is the first choice. Rob.
I'll go orange. Clearwater orange.
Okay. Jay.
Orange.
All right. And then the last question: will the Super Bowl MVP be a quarterback or any other position?
QB.
Quarterback.
It's going to
Mike.
be Sam Darnold.
Ginger Jesus.
That's a quarterback. Rob.
I think it might be a defensive player. Someone else.
All right. And Jay.
I agree. I think it's going to be somebody on a defensive player.
And that's all I got, fellas. So I'll send it to Mike. He'll track the scores.
Beautiful.
All right.
That was well done. Thanks for doing that.
Really nice.
We're like an hour and 14 in, so I feel like we're becoming DFF on ice here.
Hold on. We air on Tuesday. Oh, no, that's March. Fuck me. No. Tuesday, February 10th, 7 o'clock. Don't miss
Okay.
it. Anyway, shameless plug.
Tuesday, and like there's nothing else going on hockey, so like fucking
No,
check
hockey's
out.
on right now. 0-0.
No, I mean like
Well,
during that
that's during
time,
the
right?
break. I have some cards I want to open, some Olympic related cards I want to open.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting. We'll do a
Cool.
break.
Nice.
Jay, thank you for joining us today and
Yeah,
staying
Jay.
on the whole
Nice
Thanks,
time.
Jay.
We appreciate you. Thank you for being a sponsor. Let's hope to have a continued great relationship. If
Absolutely.
you bang up your car, Jay is the guy to consult. You heard it here. He's not going to charge anything unless he gets something for you. So that's
you
the
go.
way Jay works. Much appreciated. And tell him DPF sent you. So thank you, everyone. Go Seahawks.
Go
Fuck the
Hawks.
Mets.
Fuck the Mets. Fuck Joe
Fuck
Carter.
the Mets.
Fuck the Patriots.
Fuck the Patriots.
Here's
Yes.
basketball.
Definitely
Fuck
fuck the
Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah, fuck the Mets, really.